Okay, if you're watching this video, you are working on Thrive stuff, which means you rocked all the other stuff, and you are a super hard worker. So awesome for you. So let's move on. Starting with our Survive stuff, this is what you've already done. You've already created a document. We've already done that. We've created a presentation. We have 7 slides in that presentation. We're ready to move on to the fun stuff, the stuff that makes your presentation look very cool, add some flair to it, and I think you really enjoy this part of the lesson. So without waiting anymore, let's get on to what we're going to be working on. So we're going to be doing some of this stuff, but not in this order. So we're going to start by adding some pictures to our slides. We're going to then, after we get our pictures, we're going to make sure each slide will have the information organized in a professional looking manner, and you'll see exactly what I mean when I put my first picture in a slide. Then you're going to work on putting some links to websites on your slide and also adding some transitions. That's going to be our last step, and I should even add something to that. We're going to also change our layout of our presentation too. So without any more talking, let's go to our presentation, which I have open right here. If you remember from my last video, we created this title slide and our informational slides and also our reflection slide. Now we are ready to make this plain looking thing look far better, because right now it's not ugly, it's just kind of boring. So what you should have noticed is that you probably have a folder with your teacher's name on it, and there's some pictures inside of there. We're going to use those pictures and we're going to put them actually in our presentation. So these are pictures from Mrs. Jansen's class. I'm going to open that up, and we're going to see a whole bunch of pictures. So what's cool about this is you can actually look through all of the thumbnails. So if you want to go find all of your smiley faces, you can definitely do that. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of pictures there. So what we're going to do though in our presentation, sorry for skipping around so much, I'm kind of excited about this. You're going to come over here to say insert and image. So we say insert image. This box pops up, and see what it says, drag an image here. Well, we're going to have our document open, and let's say I'm going to grab this picture right here. Look at all these kids standing so nice and quietly. Look at that. We're going to grab a picture. We're going to open it up. It's going to put it in this this kind of a viewer is what it's called. And we are going to download this. So you see the little arrow with the little line, download it. What's going to do then is going to pop it right down in here. And then remember when it said drag an image here? Look at that. I can grab this image and drag it and then just kind of drop it in that spot. It's going to upload for me. So super easy steps here. I mean, it's just literally find your picture, download the picture, drag and drop, and you're good. Now you'll probably notice that there's a problem here, right? We can't see our title. We have this giant picture. It takes up our whole slide. We cannot see our title. So we're going to play around a little bit with formatting. And this is where it kind of gets a little, well, it can be fun. It can be fun. Well, I don't want my picture to be this big. Okay, so now do you see how my cursor's got some arrows on it? Whenever it has those little arrows, that means you can click and you can actually drag the whole picture if I want to. And I can kind of drag it pretty much wherever I want to. So I can actually have this kind of offset if I wanted to. And see over here at my thumbnail, this is kind of what it would look like. I really don't want to do that though. What I want to do is I want to make this smaller. So I'm going to grab one of the little corner boxes. Now do you see how my cursor changes? If I grab that and I drag it, it's going to actually shrink my picture down. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. I want to do that. And I'm going to put it right there. And I still have a problem. Can't see my title. What I can do though, watch this. I can click on my title, get my title box, and see how I have, look at this. So I have cursor, and I have those same 4 arrows. I can grab this, and I can actually move my title to where it can be seen. So I'm going to do the same thing with my name. Boom, right there, look at that. So now what I'm doing is I'm actually organizing this to make it look nicer, and I think it might look a little bit nicer if it's up a little higher. And I'm going to move this over just a little bit more. So this is kind of where you just play around with it. You just kind of play around, move stuff around wherever you want it to go. I can actually make my picture a little bit bigger now too. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Just like that. And this doesn't look really nice, so I'm going to make this look a little bit bigger. I think it'll look better if it's centered. Oh, look at that. See that little trick there? Look at this. I'm over here. You see this little line that just snaps in place right there? That's telling me that that box is centered. That's awesome. That's what I wanted. I wanted it centered. I might move it up a little bit. So you could use those little cheat things. It does a really good job with helping you out with aligning stuff, definitely. So there we go. You know, I might want to make this a little bit bigger font. It's only at 52. You know, I think I might go 60. Make it bold. There we go. That's looking better. So what you do basically is just kind of play around. Find your pictures that you want. Stick your picture in there. Resize your picture. Move stuff around so it fits. And that's kind of how it goes. Now, title slide's pretty easy because we only have a little bit of text here and a little bit of text there. So let's go to like one like this. Look at this one. I have a lot of sentences here. And so this one might be one where it's a little bit too tough to find a picture. Now, here I am here. I'm just going to hit the X. Let's go look for another picture here. I like the group pictures. Look at this. Look at these kids sitting so quiet there. Definitely going to grab that one here, and I'm going to download this one, put it down here. Go back to my presentation. Oops. Oh, look at that. Look what I did. I clicked on the picture, and it opened up here. Oh, what should I do? Oh, close it, Mr. Meyer. There you go. Insert image, and then I drag and drop. That's the right way to open it. And it's on upload. It's going to go up kind of quick. Now look at that big picture. So here's what I might do on this one. I'm going to do something cool on this one. I want you to watch this. This is going to be cool. So I'm going to grab this picture. I'm going to drag it down just a little bit. I'm going to set it right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this picture. And you see where it says order, I'm going to send it to the back. And then my words come on the top. And then I'm going to highlight my words. And I might make them white. And I might make them so it sticks inside of here. So just like that, now I've kind of put my words right on top of a picture. And white doesn't look really good because I got that window and they kind of stick out of there. So I'm going to go ahead and make it yellow. Let me see if that works. Not too bad. So kind of play around with it. Figure out what you want to do, where you want to put stuff at. I want, if we go back to my objectives here, that's not the slide, there it is. I want 3 to 5 slides having a picture. So out of 7, 3 to 5 of them need to have a picture on them, and it needs to be organized in a way that looks nice. This, no, I'm really not really happy with that. I might not do that. I might switch this back to black. If you're having a hard time fitting a picture with your words, that might be a slide that you skip a picture on. So I might just, you know what, delete that picture. And we're just going to leave this with just words on it. That's it. So you have that power. You can kind of decide what you want to put where. So why don't you go ahead and pause the video. I want you to work through those steps of adding pictures. You're going to put 3 to 5 pictures on, 3 to 5 slides are going to have a picture on it. Get that done and we'll come back, and the next thing we'll work on is links to websites. So go ahead and do that and come on back and we'll finish the rest. Okay, hopefully you have added all of your pictures in. You can see that I have not. I'm still kind of working on that. I'm just not as quick as you guys are, I guess. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some links to websites. And if you remember last year, we used the research tool. We used it actually quite a bit in our Google Documents. We're going to use that also in our Google Slides here. So when we pull up the tools and we go to research, it's going to get us a nice little research bar over here where we can search for things. And we probably want to do a search for Pioneer. We could say Pioneer Children, possibly. And if I go Pioneer Children, maybe that might give me something here. I'll look at that. There's a nice little video. Here's also some other stuff. You can click on this little preview button. It'll slide open a nice little slot there, and you can actually look at the website that comes up here. This might be a fairly decent one. I would recommend actually opening up the links first to make sure that this is a good website. Okay, so I might look through this website. It looks like they talk a lot about Oregon Trail stuff and the Mormon Trail stuff and what those children had to kind of go through, which is kind of a nice thing. So that might be a decent website to pull in there. Also, like I said, have YouTube videos here, The Life for Pioneer Children in Nebraska. That could be an interesting one. I might preview that and click on that. Oh, I like this website. Look at that one. It's got some neat stuff on there, some cool pictures on it. So yeah, I'm going to pick that one. That's a good website to pull in there. So I have my website right over here. Remember, down below, you can just click on where it says Insert Link, just like that. Boom, there it goes. Close this down. I can actually drag this link and kind of put it wherever I want it to. I can center it if I want to, which is kind of cool. I can also make this link a little bit bigger, which I kind of want to. This is a little bit small for my slides, so I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. And there's my link, just like that, for a website. Now what I want you to do, I want you to do this again, but I want you to do it for 2 slides. So 2 slides, we're going to have a link to a website. So you might pick, if you picked 5 slides to put pictures on, maybe check the other 2 and do a link to a website, because we don't want it so crowded that you can't even see anything or find anything. Less is always more when you're talking about presentations. It looks nicer, it's a little bit easier. So go ahead and work on the links to websites using the research tool. We'll come back, and the next thing we're going to work on is our transitions and also our format. Hey, all right, you're ready for the last step. One more thing to go, and like this is the fun part. This is the cool stuff here, I think. So up here we have a lot of these really cool buttons here. Background, we have layout, we have theme, we have transitions. So we're going to be talking about these other buttons over here. So if you click on theme, over on the side here, you're going to get a whole bunch of different types of kind of already pre-organized themes that are created for Google. So I can look through, there's a whole bunch of them. You can click on one. What it's going to do is it's actually going to change all of your slides. So you can see like this one here changes, so we have this kind of teal background. And our title slide is going to have this nice like little white stripe, although it looks like our font here is gone with our name on it, so that's maybe not so good. We might have to change that a little bit. We can click on a whole bunch of different ones. Oh, that's kind of neat. Puts the nice little lines on there. So you can kind of go through and kind of check out the different kind of themes they have. They have some really kind of cool stuff. Pretty interesting, pretty neat things. We may have to do a little bit of moving around, you know, on some of these, like this one, for instance. I'll have to move that around a little bit. Where's my other? I can't even find my fonts, boy. Well, anyway, so kind of play around with it, see what you can come up with. This is kind of a nice one. I do like this. Got the little lines that are there. It makes it look kind of nice. Looks kind of neat. Simple is good. Simple is good. But go through, pick out any one you want to. Here's a nice little purple one here. Leaves your basic slides kind of normal and ordinary, but you can kind of go around and check some stuff out. Play around with the background if you wanted to. If you wanted to change the background to something else, you can now. Just so you know that does change your theme. So your theme is kind of has everything grouped together, kind of similar, whereas the background is going to change, you know, to something different possibly. So just keep that in mind. So that's the theme and the background, which is kind of cool. Transitions. This is what's kind of neat. This is where you get to kind of the fun stuff here. Here's all the different transitions. So if we wanted to say like a cube, okay, you can organize the. You could, slow it down if you wanted to. I'm going to say play. Let's see what it looks like here. So there it is. There's the kind of cube, which is kind of a cool one. That's probably going to be a pretty popular one. So I'm going to stop this. You can check out any other ones. There's a gallery here. Let's play that one and see what that does. Oh, that's kind of a cool one too. So what you can do is you can kind of play around with the different slides. Now what's important is that you click apply to all slides. If that's the one that you want, you say apply to all slides. That way they all transition. Okay, so once you get your slides, your animations put in, your transitions, you're pretty much done. Just make sure that you look through each one of your slides. Make sure that it looks good, it looks nice. You don't have like weird spaces somewhere, you left off periods, that sort of stuff. So once that's all finished and you are completely done, you can go back to Google Classroom and turn in your work, and I will get it graded for you.